National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Falcons and the Steelers just ahead on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, at Acrisure Stadium. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garner. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out to put an end to their -3-game win streak. Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
He's to the 15. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 70 yards.
And what a letdown after a huge play. He's going to pull this in and then set sail for the end zone. And he nearly made it, too. But he's going to be tracked down just short of the goal line. So a big play there that's going to set him up with 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Looking to throw, Penix. Steps away, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Michael Penix, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage. Our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. Now he's free at the 35, and they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 28. A big pickup of 38.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 55 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Second down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Back to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Falcons offense led by their running back headed out for the second possession. And here we are in the month of December with his name sitting atop the leaders in rushing yards as the season nears its end. Strong finish here in the final stretch of games could earn him the crown. They'll go play action here with Penix. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now Penix. Going right side here, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Falcons at 4-9 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The numbers for him from a week ago: 18 carries, 128 yards, and a touchdown.
And a rushing title is definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there. But they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. In motion is Bo. A play fake. Now Penix. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it. Down the sideline he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Falcons ready to take over. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. You look at this Steeler defense.
We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Pickett. And that's incomplete.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Here's Penix. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that?
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. Now the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 9. They'll run again here with Robinson. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 34. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Pickett. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take, Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here.
Well, these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Back to Nwangu again on first down. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. Here's a 2nd and 8. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 35.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the rookie from Notre Dame. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll throw with Penix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And looking to throw, Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he takes it inside the 10 to
Personal
the 8
foul.
before he's out of bounds. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you
Automatic
argue your
first
case
down.
with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. In motion, the tight end.
To the air, Penix.
Touchdown, Falcons! Albert O from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Up the middle they go. McLean. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. straight ahead. It's Robinson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Here's 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. K'Lavon Chaisson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 15. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it 2nd down and 12. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Looking left side, and it's complete. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
In motion is Bo. On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangu. And despite a nice juke there, really good move, he only gets about a yard, and it brings up 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. In motion goes the tight end. Here's 2nd and 8. He finds his man, complete. That's Santos. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
And the Steelers set to take the field.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Robinson.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is brought in at the 21. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix set to take over once more. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
They'll send the tight end in motion. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Back to throw here.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Back to throw, Pickett.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings us 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Robinson up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And he fields it cleanly.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Falcons offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw, Penix. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to make it 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Pickett sets up play action. The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
Over the middle, he has Okonkwo, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. K'Lavon Chaisson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Pickett. Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
This is taken at about the 14.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Now a give, running left is Nwangu.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They'll go right back to Nwangu.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They'll go play action here with Penix.
That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 26. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
On the give is Nwangu. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That one a first down pickup of 8. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Now Penix. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Penix. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Blankenship's kick is good. And the lead now 11, 24-13. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
K'Lavon Chaisson able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Pickett back to throw. The throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
They'll throw with Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix.
This will be caught at about the 6. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
To the air, Penix.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Kene Nwangu.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started over at the Superdome in New Orleans, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Patrick Mahomes, a strong performance there, over 300 yards passing with 3 touchdowns in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game, and you can see currently they trail in that ball game. Jalen Waddle, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Marquise Brown, a touchdown catch in the victory. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's Pickett.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
2nd and 7. Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Pickett now from the gun here.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Perkins. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Now Pickett.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Eluding the and a big loss here as he's taken down.
Caleb Chason.
Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Pickett now, 3rd and goal. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
They work now on 2nd and 9. And looking to throw, Penix.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Operating from the gun, Penix. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Pickett.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Chris Jones in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. Handoff now to Robinson.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. He'll drop to throw. He can't get him down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Vernon. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Looking to throw, Penix.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
The Steelers offense and running back Brian Robinson getting set for this.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Pickett will look to throw it here. He finds Sutton crossing the formation complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
On the run, it's Robinson. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 33.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now back to throw.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
And he can't escape, and down he goes. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Back to throw, Pickett.
And that'll be incomplete.
So many offense want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
To throw again on 2nd down.
Pickett
under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
K'Lavon Chaisson.
My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. Another 3 on the board. He's been the lone bright spot. That's now 4 field goals.
If this offense had finished a few drives, we'd be looking at a different complexion to this ball game because right now, The trade is really wrong for them, isn't it? They're trading field goals while the other team's scoring touchdowns. That's not going to work.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open. Now second down. 2nd and 10. Now Penix. Flush to his right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the gun, here's Pickett. And he fends him off. Throw to the right, caught by Okonkwo. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Pickett. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Holding offense.
So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. They'll throw with Penix. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Penix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now out come the Steelers. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Pickett. And his throw here's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Pickett back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. Chris Jones able to put an end to that play, and in so doing puts an end to this 3rd quarter. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it will be Falcon football.
This offense and their running back headed back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Up the middle, Nwangu. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up, and you're staring at an important third down.
And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it, because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Pickett. He's got it complete to Perkins. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Here's Pickett. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Pickett. Short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Now a 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. To the air, Penix. They'll set up the screen for Nwangu. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 2nd and 15. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Penix working out of the gun here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 26. He'll get it to Robinson to begin the drive. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. Now 2nd and 5. Now Pickett.
He's got it complete to Perkins. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Off play action. Pickett.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
A short throw taken in by Okonkwo.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Straight ahead, here's Nwangu.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down and 10. And looking to throw, Penix. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
31 yards on the punt there.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Now the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
131 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, McLean, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. That'll be complete to Okonkwo.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Up the middle they go. McLean. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Pickett.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley.
And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Pickett will look to throw it here.
Flushed out right.
Pickett lost it.
And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
And this time he is in.
Brian Robinson Jr. with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Back to Nwangu again on 1st down.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Looking to throw, Penix. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Penix.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 28-yard line.
They'll start with a give to Robinson.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes.
Chris Jones, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Fielded at about the 28. 6-yard return after a punt of 48.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Falcons offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu.
And he'll rumble for about 5 up close to the 40.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
In motion is Bo. Another run now for Nwangu. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Here's Pickett. He'll complete this one to Okonkwo.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Pickett to throw. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Now Pickett.
He finds his man complete. It's Parkins.
Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw here. Pickett. Got his man, Okonkwo. Here's 2nd down.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And the Falcons have just about sewn up this football game.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta.